to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Fires it down the seam. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So now it's second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They just keep firing. Here's the pressure. He's got him this time. Turning it on. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Going to try to get it himself. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping.
He'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on third down? Trying to pound it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Taylor wants to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
And the Mountaineers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And now on 3rd down, shadow of their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a crease. It's Turner. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
Taylor wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Back to pass. Touchdown, Tiger! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks of the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down in the box and making big tackles. But they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, getting the big INT.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Sends it back in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Now improvising. Unleashes one. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Toss to the outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lockett. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Acho. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to get the edge on the left. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Mountaineers will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. Taylor wants to throw. Moving away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. They're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance.
Breaks into the open. Slithers into space. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move, he fires. Working that left side. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Memphis.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Glass. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep the drive alive. All by himself down the middle. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The offense changing the play. Taylor wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's open. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. Got the 1st himself. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the West Virginia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to get the edge on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Still on his feet. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And
there he goes. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And, RD, this is why you run plays right up the middle. This is why you work on it. It's a design play to get you 4, 5, 6, 7, a positive gain, and then you run it enough, somebody gets out of their gap on defense, and boom.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He gets a block. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Turner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Taylor wants to throw it. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Memphis picking up the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Mountaineers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback empties his backfield. Taylor wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
A big key for this offense coming into this game was getting this quarterback going, running the football. And with that last scramble, he's now over 100 yards rushing in this game, and he is not done yet.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
On the move to his left. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Tigers need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Guards on 4th down, still going. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Memphis wants to move quickly. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's locked. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
That Mac had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Glass. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run the toss. Finding open areas. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw on that last play.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Memphis, 49.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, I'm out of space. He's at the 40. The 20. The inside. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is a game for you, and we've got a big fourth period waiting. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Runs through a tackle. Got the first down and more. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, West Virginia. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a top-5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. They're trailing by just 4 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens in a 1-versus-2 matchup you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. He breaks a tackle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Coming up, 4th down.
So here we go. 4th and less than a yard from the 40. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It'll be 3rd and long. Power football with the run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab past the marker. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Glass. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And here they come, almost all the way back. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Taylor wants to throw it. It's caught. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
To the air on 1st down. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. With the run on first and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a two-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 40. Quarterback gets past the marker. There he goes. Touchdown, Memphis. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. They're trailing by 12 to Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting.
It's picked off. At the worst possible time. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to run, it's Turner. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's caught.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. I mean, you've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it for a big play. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Number 8.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they've tied it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we might be headed for overtime. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they grab the lead here in overtime.
And this is why you consistently run the football, a steady diet, because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score West Virginia 70, Memphis 63.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Memphis picking up the tempo. They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He's got him still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. 4-down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
We play on. First down here in the second overtime period. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Taylor wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. If he houses this, it's ball game. Got room on the return. The 40. The 20. The 10. That'll do it. A pick six for victory. The interception to win it in overtime. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.